Alright, guys. I'm back. Oh, hang on a second. Don't know how the heck that happened. Oh, the case just keeps coming off. I'll fix it later. I'll fix it later. I don't know. Wait, it kept coming off. Anywho, before I get interrupted there, I'm back, to show you guys some more, secrets and glitches in, games. I haven't done one of these videos in a while, so it's kind of nice to be able to do this again. Now, I'm gonna tell you guys, that this glitch was actually a really big pain in the ass to pull off. And actually, no, it wasn't a glitch. I meant to say a secret, like a hidden thing in this game, was actually a pain in the ass to get to showing. And I'll talk about that in a second. But this is actually a pretty interesting thing I'm going to show you guys. But before I get any further, remember to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and you guys can also follow me on Instagram and Threads and X. But yeah, I do, but I've been wanting to show this off, but this was a pretty big pain in the butt. As you guys know, Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, you guys, like, rather if you guys love or hate this game, you guys are probably familiar with the, gameplay. And, one thing that is interesting about the gameplay is the ghost, especially the greenies. See, the greenies are, ghosts that, have a lot of abilities in the game. So they can use things like, you know, weapons, and they can make themselves mummies and all of that. One thing that they do, that none of the other ghosts do, that's pretty interesting, is they have force fields. You know, where you have to, like, get rid of their force fields. Now, I guess to be fair, the creepers have that too, and then, one of the bosses in Skyscraper kind of has that. Actually, no wait, he uses a force field on you, never mind. But the thing is, though, the creepers, do have that, but they technically don't have any health at all, but they kind of have a similar function. Here in, Skyscraper, though, we're talking about Skyscraper here. Check this out. Now, because I'm on a timer, but check that out. See that? You guys saw that? That is the creeper, which is one of the ghosts. So, for some reason, I'm not entirely sure why, the creepers and the slammer ghost, and I don't know if the hiders have this too or not. The hiders actually, can do this thing where they can, well, they have this thing where they can actually, you know, well, they have this thing where they can, you know, like, have these force fields and all that. But in the actual game, they do not have this feature. But I'm actually gonna have to, I didn't think about this before recording, but I'm actually gonna have to purposely lose to actually get, this done. So, I'll be back in a second when I'm done here. Hold on. Alright. So, I decided to go ahead and show you guys, the other ghost too. You guys can see a better view of it. Hold on, I gotta get... But check that out. I don't know if you guys saw that or not, But yeah, see, it's the... But yeah, that's, basically it. But yeah, this is where they actually are introduced at, or in this level. But yeah, in Scare Scraper, you could actually get them anywhere, pretty much. But, yeah, they're the only ones in the main game that the only ghosts that have that feature. You know, besides the creepers. But like I said, they don't really have any health in general, so you don't, when you take out their shield, you basically just take them down. These ones actually have, well, actually, the creepers don't even have shields, but I just find it interesting that in Scare Scraper it's like that. But like I said, I don't know if the hiders have it or not, because it was a huge pain in the ass to get to this point. Because, Rush mode is the only mode that I could get this to work in, because, you know, the Hunter mode, they only the greenies have it, the Polterpup ones, the greenies have it, Surprise mode, you know, not having the Rush mode in every mission. For some reason, it has the Rush mode in it, but I could not get the Ghost to showcase the shields. I couldn't get it to work, you know, so it only seems to be working in Rush mode itself. So I don't know if maybe the developers forgot to remove it, like maybe the more than, you know, the greenies were going to originally have the shields and they forgot to remove it. I don't know, but it was a pain in the ass. Like, I actually had the footage already ready before, because, I think I can't remember correctly, but I think I had the the creepers and the slammer ghosts both having, you know, the shields. But I wanted to see if I could get the hiders to do it too. But the hiders don't really appear a lot in Rush mode and all that. And it is a really big pain in the ass to get the hiders as it is. You know, because you're on a strict time limit. And the freaking timers, oh my god, the timers in Rush mode are shit. They are terrible. Like, I cannot, you know, deny how terrible they are. Like, there are times where, like, I won't get any timers, and I'm like, the whole idea is you're supposed to go looking for timers and objects and stuff to, you know, get more time. But because the game gives you like 30 seconds, and a lot of times the rooms won't always have timers in them, so it's really, really a big pain and all that. And I was playing on Expert, you know, because I had to go to the 25 floors. I don't know if it would have mattered, because I thought I remember being able to do it in the 5 floors. I probably should have just done that, maybe, so I didn't have to suffer as much, but I wasn't thinking there. But yeah, it is a really big pain in the ass. And then you got the Gobbler Ghost, which by the way, do not have the shields. I could not get the shields. They do not have shields. But they're usually used to, like, block your exits. So, yeah, it makes Rush mode a really big pain in the ass. Now, you could play this with, more than one person. Unfortunately, not the online stuff, because Nintendo shut that down. Unless you mod the systems, then you basically can't play it online unless you buy a new copy. But yeah, basically, it would be easier with more than one person, but it would still be a pain in the ass to, you know, do it and all that, because, at least for me to show the video stuff and all that, because, you know, if more than one person was playing, I would have to, like, get into the room and all that. And like I said, with the seconds and stuff, you know, it wouldn't be worth it. But it's not like I really have anybody else really to play with this anyway, you know, so I basically just play the game pretty much by myself, because, you know, I don't really have a lot, and I kind of like playing it by myself, but it does kind of ruin Rush mode a bit with that kind of stuff. But yeah, but I wanted to show you guys guys that because I thought it was a pretty good, interesting little secret, hidden thing in there. But yeah, like I said, the shielded ghost, with the only ones that, like I said, have it are the greenies, unless you're in rush mode, which is the only mode that I believe has, because again, maybe surprise mode might have it. I don't know, but I could only get it to work in rush mode. So, yeah, but that means, that's the only place you can get the ghost without the shields. I mean, with the shields, which is interesting. But, yeah, but I just wanted to share that because I thought it was interesting, but I'm going to go ahead and let the video go. I just wanted to show you guys another secret, in Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. This one's actually the first one I think I showed it's a secret, not a, it's a secret, not a, a glitch. And actually, you guys saw the Gobbler Ghost was actually in that area, but actually did not block the doors, too. Because apparently, sometimes the Gobbler Ghost will be paired up with the Sneakers, I guess. Maybe other ghosts, I can't remember. Because like I said, I really hate Rush Mode, but I think it only appears mainly with the Gobbler Ghost. But the Gobbler Ghost, was not blocking he was not blocking, the door, but normally they will. So, yeah, which again is a dumb feature, but I think I'll probably save more of that stuff for a review, because down the road I do want to do a review on the game, but I just haven't got around to doing it. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. But I figured I'd show you guys that little secret, because a lot of people might not know about that, especially when you're trying to find the exit and stuff, So, there you guys go. But anywho, see you guys all in the next video. Hope you guys enjoyed this little secret. And I'll see you guys in the future for more secrets and glitches in games. Bye-bye.